Hi everybody, and welcome to another video with over at Stampin' Couture, and I am Candace. And sorry, I thought I saw something on my floor. I am making a card for you today using the Mad About You Stamp of the Month, and this is the Stamp of the Month for December. So you have another 2 weeks that you can get this stamp with a qualifying order of, I want to say it's $25 or more. So you have a couple more of days to get this. And so what I'm using is I'm using a piece of the Roxy paper collection, and so this is cut out at 8.5 by 11, and then we're gonna fold this over. And this is going to be our card base. Now, with Close to My Heart, this last catalog, they got new paper that is the cardstock weight paper. So this is going to be the basis of our card. So I'm just going to move this off to the side. And I have some Colonial White here, and I'm going to stamp this image here. And if you can see, there's a 2-inch printed right there. What that means is that this stamp set is compatible with the Cricut Art Philosophy cartridge, and you can cut this image out at 2 inches, and you can stamp it perfectly on your paper. Now, because this is the first time I will be using this stamp, I'm going to want to do a little bit of conditioning. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my block, I'm going to take my ink, and I'm using Smoothie. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up my image. I'm going to stamp and stamp until I have a nice image that I want. Okay. And so now I want to make sure that I can line this up. Okay. And so I'm going to... The best thing about acrylic stamp is that you can line images up perfectly. And I just want to make sure. Okay, and then there goes my image. Now, I'm also going to use from this stamp set the little heart for the middle. And I'm going to do just as I did before I actually stamp it. I just want to condition it. Okay. So now, the thing I forgot to do on this other one is use this. Close to My Heart adds this in every stamp set that you can use as a little pad to stamp on, so you just have that extra cushion. And so I want to get that in the middle. Okay, and that was not as perfect as I would like it, so I'm going to stamp again. Okay, that is so much better. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is Once I remember what I want to do. Okay, I cut out a piece of 4x3 Colonial White cardstock that I'm going to add right about here. Okay. And then what we're going to do is then I have another piece of Roxy, which is the other side of this, that we're going to add right there. I just want to make sure that I have it built up the way that I want it. Okay. So I'm going to adhere these two pieces down. I'm also going to use a couple of other images from this stamp set. I'm going to use this little fair, I can't pronounce it, but Fair Gray, I think it's called. And I think I want to use this one, but that's going to be too much. I want to make sure that whatever I use will actually fit where I need it to go. Okay, so I'm going to have this come a little bit more right there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and attach this down. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to take my little fig right here. And I think what I'm going to use is some, I don't have desert sand and close to my heart, so I'm just going to have to use something else that I have. And I want to hope and pray that this ink pad has not dried out. Okay. But now, I think I want to... I hope now I have to turn this a little towards me. Okay, and I want to use another ink pad. To add my I love you. And I'm going to do the same thing as I did before, and I'm just going to condition this stamp just a little bit to make sure that I get the image that I want. Okay. And I think, let me see, I thought I better take this off. And I'm not. So, but it's okay. It's the art of something being homemade. So I'm going to add this down. And actually, this is, I think about it, this is 5.5 by 8.5, and it was probably intended to be 5.25 by 5.5. But I didn't quite think of it that way. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and change that. So this is already scored down at 5.5. So I'm just going to cut this down and then do another score line. Okay, so I went and corrected my mistake. I cut the cardstock down to 8.5 by 5.5, and then I've scored down the middle to make a 4.25 by 5.5 card. Okay. And I got a little bit of hangover that I need to cut. Okay. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I feel like it's like upside down or something, but I know it's not in theory. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this piece on. Okay, and so now using some, I think I'm going to pop this up. And there goes our card. This is using the December stamp of the month, Mad About You. So if you spend $25, you can get this stamp set for $5. If it's not $25, it's $50. I'm sorry, I just really don't remember, but I will put it on my blog of which price it is. So I hope you try this stamp set out because it's really, really cute. Thank you. Bye-bye.